Hi, today I'm going to read you a story that I really love. And the title of the story is, let's read it together, I Love Bugs. Let's read it again. I love bugs. And we know that loving bugs is a big deal because there's an exclamation point right at the end. You could even shout that if you wanted to. I love bugs. So before we go further with this story, let's stop and think about whether or not you love bugs. You could close your eyes, you could stop the video and go get somebody to talk to, maybe a brother or sister, or your mom or dad, or maybe a stuffy. So you can go ahead and stop the video now and go figure out who you want to bring over here. Okay, we're going to get started now. So think about or tell somebody whether or not you like bugs. And if you like bugs, why? And if you don't like bugs at all, why you don't? Okay, you can go ahead and tell somebody now. And now, I want you to think about this. If you do like some bugs, why do you like those bugs and maybe not others? And you can stop the video and think about that. Or tell somebody, or your stuffy. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started now. So this story is written by Philemon Sturges, and it's illustrated by Sherry Halpern. And you probably figured that it was going to say illustration or illustrated by because you do see a drawing. And you remember that whenever we see a drawing, we think there's a good chance that this is a fiction story, right? Because if it was a photograph, we know it was probably about something real. Now, this is actually about real insects, real bugs. But this character here, he's made up. Okay, we're going to get started now. Here we go. Before we do any of the reading, I want to ask you some questions. I wonder if you know what the word paddle means. Yeah, paddle is what you could do when you're in a boat, in a canoe. You can paddle like this, or you can do this with your hands. It means move through the water. Weaves means, like for instance, you could weave fabric, or you could weave yarn, or you could weave, if you're a spider, you could weave a web. And burrow means to make tunnels under the ground. And swoop means to fly, swoop down. And the bark is the outside of the tree, the covering of the tree. A twig is a stick. And to flutter means to flap your wings really quickly like a butterfly would. So now you're going to understand this story better. All right, here we go. I'm going to read part of the story and then we're going to think. And you can turn and tell your stuffy or a friend or, well, it would probably be your brother or sister or mom and dad in this case. Here we go. I love bugs. This is the title page. And we see the author and the illustrator and the company that made the book. That's what is on a title page. Okay. Bugs, bugs, bugs. I like bugs. Who's liking these bugs? If you want to read with me, please do. Bugs that creep, bugs that crawl. Creeping and crawling. Bugs that hop. Or fly. Now you can think, this bug is not hopping, it's flying, so that'll help you with this word here, right? Yeah. Let's see if you can see those words. I'm going to turn this a little bit and get some more light on it. There we go. I love to find them under rocks. Let's read that again. I love to find them under rocks. And you can see the picture matches the words, and the words match the picture. That's good writing. Or watch them in the, what do you suppose? Right, starts with an S. And what's up here? Of course, we know that that's probably sky. Sky. Now I'm going to close or stop the reading for just a moment, and we're going to think about this. What have you learned so far about where bugs are and what they do? What have you learned so far? You can stop the video if you'd like. Okay, we'll keep on going now. Now we're running into one of those words that we talked about. These bugs paddle. So they're moving through the water. These, or this one, weaves. Another one of those words we talked about. Are you reading with me a little bit? Maybe you're reading with me a lot. And maybe you're just looking at these beautiful pictures or illustrations, which is fine too. Some make, and what do you suppose they're making? That'll help you with this word if you don't know this word. You know what these are, and what do they make, right? Honey, and it starts with an H, so you know you're probably right if you said honey. Over here, some chew, and you can look down here to find out what this word is, and we know it starts with an L, so we can figure out that this word, yes, is leaves. Some chew leaves. Taking a good bite there. I love these illustrations because they're so big and colorful. Okay. We're going to read 2 more pages and then we're going to stop again. Can you see that? Let me turn it down again. Some bugs burrow. Remember that word? Underground. Some bugs burrow underground. Remember burrow? And here we go. Others swoop and buzz around. Others swoop and buzz around. Now we're going to stop again, and I want you to either tell your stuffy or your mom, dad, brother, sister, somebody nearby, what you remember from this story so far. Go ahead. You can just think about it if you want to. Think of one thing you remember. Okay? Have something in your mind? Okay. We'll keep going. This one's like a bit of bark. Bark. Since it starts with a B and it's on this tree, you know that bark is probably a pretty good guess if you weren't sure of that word. This one's like a, starts with a T, twig. This one's like a twig. See how that insect looks a little bit like a twig? Think about if you know what that insect is. This is an interesting word. Cicadas buzz a summer song. Cicadas. Have you ever seen a cicada? Crickets dance a jig. Crickets dance a jig. I think crickets really dance a jig. Maybe so. I like bugs that blink at what? What do you suppose this is? So it's an and, so it's night. Night. Mm-hmm. Or flutter round the back porch. You guessed it. Even if you didn't read it, you probably figured it out. Light. As you can tell, that is a light. Pictures really help, don't they? Pictures help us to know what the words are. Okay, this is funny. I like this. But this bug is the best of all. It's Ladybug. She loves, remember this word? To, what? What's she doing? Right, crawl. That's actually something we don't use much anymore. It's a real camera, not a cell phone, but a camera. Okay, here we go. Last one. I think this is the last one. Bugs, bugs, bugs. I love bugs. And we have an exclamation point here and an exclamation point here. So we know we say that with enthusiasm. Well, of course, he loves this bug. And he took his picture, or her picture. And on the last page, we have a lot of actual factual information. This is not the fiction part of the story. And another time we can go ahead and look more closely at this. Thank you for reading that with me, and now we're going to stop and think again. What do you remember from this story? Close your eyes, or you can talk to somebody. What's one thing you remember? What's one thing you learned from this story? Okay, we're going to stop the story now, but I just want you to know that this is something you can definitely do even when you're away from school. Check out all the bugs around. Maybe you can learn from them. Maybe you can look them up online and find out more information about them. Thank you for reading with me today. I'll talk to you soon.